Welcome everybody to our regular meeting and our special concurrent meeting of the Adelanto City Council, the Adelanto Public Financing Authority, the Adelanto Public Utility Authority, the Adelanto Community Benefit Corporation, and the Successors Agency Board. Today is September 24th, 2025. Getting started here at 11:02. Brenda, can you get us started with a roll call, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Councilor Evans?
Present.
Councilor Mesa?
Present.
Councilor Updergrove?
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Ramos?
Present.
And Mayor Reyes?
Present.
Thank you.
Councilman Updergrove, can you lead us with the invocation and MPT flag salute?
Father, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for the opportunity to gather. And we just ask that you would continue to protect our city and guide all the leaders within our city, and just ask that we're able to do a good job. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Please place your right hand over your heart and repeat after me. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First letter lesson.
Try a little bit. Alrighty, City Manager, any deletions or additions to the agenda?
I have none, Your Honor.
Alrighty, before I move for approval of the agenda, you guys, I love the public comments, right? And I'm looking forward to getting to them. But we do have a business matter with our new business, and I have a BIA Regional Mayors Forum that I'm a panelist speaker on, to bring more housing and to bring more those type of construction jobs to the city of Adelanto at 11:50. Can we move up the new business up after the presentations, just so we can handle the business? And I trust the council, if I miss any public comments, that they will all be heard and respected.
I'll motion for that movement of the item up to first in business.
Alrighty, all in favor?
Aye. No.
Alrighty, City Manager, announcements or reports.
Yes. Good morning, Mayor Reyes, Mayor Pro Tem Ramos, City Council, staff, and members of the public. We continue to make a great deal of progress. I'd like to take a moment to recognize Julio Cesar Chavez, and I'm not referring to the world famous boxing champion. That's truly his name. He's one of our former Public Works Department staff members who is now serving as our city blight abatement technician within the Community Safety Department. Julio is working closely with code enforcement to address blighted areas across the city, focusing solely on cleaning up neighborhoods. Mayor Reyes, this is in direct support of one of the many priorities you and this city council have consistently shared with our residents, and keeping our neighborhoods clean, safe, and free from debris that creates eyesores. This effort not only improves safety, but also enhances beautification and community pride. In addition to the neighborhood cleanups, Julio and the team are also focusing on illegal dumping areas throughout the city, tackling one of the most frequent concerns we hear from our residents. I'm pleased to report that this new department was launched just 3 days ago and has already made significant progress. Here are some photos, some before and after photos to highlight the impact of this new department. Adam or Carlos, can you please show us some of these photos, please? All right. So this is the after photo, before photos. This whole area was cleaned up. Before, all this is before. then after. Oh, go back. There you go. So this area here has been heavily impacted off of Delicious for many years. And we've gone on ahead and put a berm or a fenced off the area there for anyone to gain entrance. And it has all been cleaned up now. There you go. So all the refrigerators, tires, dishwashers, sofas have all been cleaned out. Next photo. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Moving on to our, thank you, Julio, by the way. Thank you, Julio, for your dedication to making Adelanto a cleaner and safer place for our residents. Moving on to our wastewater treatment facility, the lift station and the blower upgrades have been completed with major improvements at the wastewater treatment plant. The new lift station is fully operational, helping the plant to run more efficiently, and the newly installed blower is functioning as intended. These upgrades enhance the treatment of the wastewater plant. It improves reliability and supports the plant's ability to meet increasing daily demands. Also, we recently completed the refurbishment of one of the ponds at the wastewater treatment plant, which was limited in its percolation capacity. By removing the dividing berm, the pond is now able to operate as one pond and at full capacity. This improvement not only restores functionality, but also supports the city's sustainability goals. Adam, please, can you show us the wastewater treatment plant? I'd like to share that with the city council and the residents as well. If you zoom in, you'll see one of the ponds at the wastewater treatment plant. All right, so zoom in here, please. Go down. Okay, so this is two ponds. We removed this berm here, and now it's become one whole pond, allowing it to be more efficient and much more sustainable. And so we're making improvements and optimizing the entire facility due to the growth that we're experiencing or have been experiencing since 2008 under this leadership. Thank you, Adam. Moving on to Seneca Street rehabilitation project. The engineering department has begun the design work for Seneca Street, extending that rehabilitation program from Highway 395 to Astor Road. The design completion is scheduled for the end of October, with the request for proposals, RFP, anticipated for release in early November. The full road rehabilitation project is expected to be completed by early next year, providing residents with a safer and a much more improved roadway. Let's show them that as well. So for our audience that are here today and viewers at home, Seneca, is that Seneca here? Yes. So we're going to be paving this road from 395 here all the way, brand new road, all the way down to Astor. Where is that at? Right here? Oh, there it is. Okay. So it's about a 2-mile stretch. And so that's scheduled to be completed by the end of spring of next year. Also, at the same time, Chamberlain and Astor drainage design. That intersection of Chamberlain Way and Astor Road has long experienced severe flooding during storms due to the lack of a storm drain system. We lack a storm drain system in that area. And to address this, the engineering department has initiated a surveying process and is preparing a hydrology report. This data will serve as the foundation of the design and implementation of a new storm drain system to reduce flooding and improve roadway safety in the area. So this area here where the red dot's located, it's really more of a safety hazard. It's been there since the inception of the city, and more so ever since the development of all these homes took place. So a lot of the water runoff congregates right in this area, putting a lot of our residents here and folks that are coming in off of Koala and driving down Chamberlain, putting them at risk. So we're going to be addressing this as soon as possible. We anticipate, if all goes well, this whole area will be addressed by next year. Thank you, Adam, for sharing that. In closing, our city council chambers renovation is scheduled to begin on December 19th, shortly after our Christmas holiday city closure. Following earlier challenges with over budget bids and back order delays, construction will now move forward with reopening anticipated in the spring of next year. So that too, we're looking at March timeframe with the new council chambers. In the meantime, the city council may choose to hold its meetings at either the senior center or the stadium, ensuring continuity of public business while the chambers are under renovation. This concludes my report. Thank you, council.
Thank you so much, City Manager. Councilwoman Evans.
Thank you, sir. I'm not ready. I was excited. Thank you, City Manager, for those amazing updates. I was actually in tune today. The only major thing that I have, our Mojave Air Quality Management District meeting was canceled for this month. They didn't have enough business to bring us in. So our next meeting will be at the end of October. And then we go for our, it's a new name. It's SWAG now. The convention is in November. So I'll be attending both of those next month in November. But I did attend the Community Land Trust groundbreaking week before last, actually. Super excited for that. Super excited they chose Adelanto, and also want to give a huge thank you to the county for Assemblyman Juan Carrillo for the dollars that he brought back from the state. This is going to bring, it's 20 acres. They're calling it 20 acres of utopia, permanent affordable housing. It will be a fully functioning community. They plan on bringing recreation and all kinds of cool things there. And then what will happen with that is if you buy a house or you build a house on the land trust, when you sell it, the land goes back to the land trust, which keeps the houses affordable and makes it so that they have to stay in the affordable range. So super excited to have that here. I'm excited for the first one in, I believe, California to be happening here in the city of Adelanto, even though it's technically county land. It's all good. We'll take it. Amazing project. If you guys haven't looked into it, it's the Adelanto Community Land Trust. So that's the major thing that I had this week. Thank you.
Question, with that being in county land and the city being forced to pave all roads when it comes to any type of development, whether it's housing or jobs or anything else like that, their reasoning on why they forced the city to pave everything and not do traditional asphalt is because of the safety and the well-being of the fire trucks and the sheriff vehicles. Are they requiring Mojave to be paved all the way out and then the road to get paved all the way down to Palmdale?
That's a great question. I will get with Maribel and see if I can get an answer for you. I don't know. I haven't been involved like that in the project, so I don't have that answer, but I can definitely get it for you.
Because if they don't, I would love to find out how the land trust was able to get the county to not do that so that we can find alternative
so we can work the same thing.
So we can find alternative measures because we have a lot of existing homes that are on dirt roads, right? And that have old infrastructure or none at all.
Yep.
And if we can find an alternative to replace some of our actual dirt roads, right?
Or reclaim some of our dirt roads.
Exactly, right? So if you can look into that, I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem.
I got one quick question, Mayor, on that. What about pricing? Did they mention pricing on where it's going to start at?
They did not. I don't have that, but I will write down and I'll actually get those questions answered hopefully by the end of the meeting.
All right, thank you. Councilwoman Updegrove.
Good morning, everybody. It's good to see everybody here today. I just have brief reminders and brief updates. Quickly, we had a great bread drive yesterday and a diaper distribution. And for those who don't know, we have the opportunity for those who need diapers and wipes the fourth Tuesday of every month. There are diapers and wipes over next to the senior center, and there's also bread. And so we actually serviced the most amount of families yesterday than we have ever before, and that was awesome. And also, I wanted to just share that the San Bernardino County Public Defender's Office is bringing free legal assistance on Wednesday, October 8th to the Adelanto Stadium. And I think that's important because for individuals that need some assistance with record clearing, or if you have information that you need on bench warrants or modifying misdemeanors or anything of that nature, they are having their mobile unit come out and set up booths so that our residents can come out and get some of those services without having to drive to a courthouse. And so mark your calendars. That's going to be a great resource. If you want to get more information about what they're doing with their mobile defense program, you can actually email info@pd.sbccounty.gov, or you can check their Facebook and website. But I think that that's going to be a great opportunity for a lot of residents. So that's going to be great. And other than that, I don't actually have any more updates.
Alrighty, Councilor Mesa.
Good morning, everybody. Let's see, September 10th, I had a meeting with a representative from Brightline. Brightline is the company that's in charge of bringing our speed rail from Vegas, and it's going to hit Hesperia and Apple Valley, and then park in Rancho Cucamonga. From there, trains can go into LA. So it's a big project coming in. I have a follow-up meeting with them on the 30th with a lot of their brass to see about bringing business to Adelanto and some of our local companies. So I'll keep you guys in tune on that. It's a huge project. Millions of dollars from funding from the government. So this is something pretty huge that can impact our community and bring more jobs into Adelanto. On September 12th, it was a great night at Movies in the Park. Met up with Daniel, and Daniel had it all going, so I'll let him talk more about it. But it was a great experience. It was a great night. I mean, it was great weather. It was perfect weather. It wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold. It was just a nice night. So please, when we throw these events, come out. It was a pretty good crowd. So we had food trucks everywhere. The art that we were showing, but the people really had, the residents really had a good time watching the movie. They were excited to see it. And then one guy, it was funny, he was walking out, he's like, "What movie are you showing?" I'm like, "Oh, we're showing Jurassic." He's like, "Oh, we'll be right back." So pretty good choice on the movies. Bring your kids out if you had a good time, and look for the next things we're up to. On this last Saturday, I met with a new 501c3 that opened up. It's called I Am Love Organization. New to the community. I don't have a lot of understanding of what they're doing yet, but I wanted to support anything new and opportunities coming to the city of Adelanto. I'm going to be there to make sure that they feel our support. Sir has been around for a long time. His dad's done a lot of work. So anything he's doing, I'm there to show him my support as well. So the people are right that are there. So I'm excited to see what they can bring to the community. But having a name like Love, let's go, you know, so let's support them when you start seeing them post flyers or anything they're doing in the community. I also met with another 501c3 that's about to start up. It's called Construction Youth of America. This is going on at Adelanto High School right now. Adelanto, for one, Miss Parcell is doing an excellent job. She's mean to my son, and she should be, okay. But she has that place locked down. Some of the kids love her or don't like her. That's how a leader should be. You're not there to make friends. You're there to run it. And the programs they have going on there, the Bible studies they have going on there. And this is another thing that they have on there, where they have a construction, they do drywall, they do framing, and what's his name? Foley? How do I say his name? Foley? Foley is just an amazing person he's been trying to get this going for a while. I've gone over there on behalf of Clark Pacific. I'm going to be going there this year to kind of talk to them about opportunities in construction that are at our company. So his whole game plan is to make sure they have some kind of skills before leaving the high school. And also they're prepared with driver's license and everything they need to get to a job. So it's not just knowing a skill, it's also being prepared to go and get a job, how to write a resume. And now you have the skills, now you have the driver's license, now you're ready to go. So it's not just teaching you a skill, it's teaching you the whole aspect. So I love it. We have a meeting Monday with Jesse to kind of go over it and kind of see his vision and his plan. So that was another one. My son, he wants me to start a 501c, and he's bringing all his friends over before I'm ready for it, right? But he wants to start like a boxing club. I signed him up for boxing up here in Oak Hills, and he has a bunch of extra gloves, and his friends come over and they're boxing and they're having a good time. And I'm like, I'd rather you box at my house than fighting at school. So let's do this. So you'd be amazed on how many kids don't have an outlet that are in that 16, 17, 18-year-old. And Amanda's been bugging me for a minute about that age group, because there's not a lot of things for them. We do a lot of things for our youth when it comes to 5 to 6, all the way up to 13. But once they hit a high school, if they're not doing something at the school, there's not really much for them to do. So I'm kind of experiencing that now that my kids are getting into those age brackets, and kind of seeing what we can do just to keep them busy as well. If we keep them busy, they're not busy messing around. So those are some things that are coming up. A couple of announcements. October 11th. This is one of the mayor's favorites. He asked me to bring it up for him. It's a vaccination clinic for animals. So it's going to be here at City Hall. And I don't know if you're going to be here, Mayor, to cut the ribbon.
Probably if you need to.
He will shoot your dog or cat, but not with the shot.
I don't know.
I don't know. I wouldn't trust him with it. But October 11th, 9 a.m., Saturday, City Hall. There's a free animal clinic, not a free, but a clinic for vaccinations. And then the big one, guys, this is huge for all of us. Tell your neighbors, and you know which neighbors to tell. October 18th is cleanup day, okay, at the stadium. So get a flyer. You might not need one, but your neighbor might need one, and go put it on your neighbor's door and say October 11th, because I'm taking some to a couple of the neighbors that I have down, not on my block, but down the way. October 11th, it's a free dump at the stadium from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. So let's be nice and tell our neighbors, hey, go, you got a free day. Go, don't waste that day. And that is October 18th, to go clean up your backyard and your front yard and take it to the stadium for free. 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday. I'm sorry, October 18th. So let it be known. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Took my thunder. MPT.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Great updates, council. Great morning to everybody in attendance today and online. Buenos días a todas mis lindas y lindos hispanos que están con nosotros hoy. Some quick updates. I'm going to try and move fast because I know we've got an item to get to. Sorry to the translators in the back. Try to keep up. Wednesday, 9/11, attended our Metro Valley session down at SBCTA in San Bernardino. One thing to report back from there, and that I learned that I've already spoken with city manager about, council, was adelanto motion for the approval of an advance of up to 5 years of the city of Fontana's estimated equitable share of Measure I funding, which was in the amount of $15.6 million for street repairs and widening. So what that means for us is I wasn't aware and did not know that if we ever get into a position, or if we ever want to ask for an advance of our equitable share of Measure I funding, we can ask. Whether it gets approved or not, that's a different conversation. That's up to the board. But that was new to me. Congratulations on Fontana for receiving the $15.5 million for their street repairs and widening. City manager, we spoke about that offline. So, let's definitely do our due diligence on finding out what that process looks like if we ever need to go down that road. Right after that, attended our housing trust ad hoc meeting. The only thing to report back from there is the ad hoc is at the funding stage right now, where we are discussing how the trust will be funded through various grants, loans, and through member cities' dues as well. Immediately following that ad hoc meeting, I attended our EOPA clean energy policy briefing. Nothing too much to report back there, just a lot of more information on clean energy. From there, jumped in the vehicle, headed out to Anaheim, the Disney resort, right? It was terrible drive out to Disneyland, right? Checked into the Mobility 21 Summit and attended the evening reception. Again, great networking, guys. This is what those receptions are about, right? To get some FaceTime with our local leaders, a lot of the leaders from the LA area. Huge thank you to Director Comea Jesse from SCAG for spending some time with me and talking a little bit about the tour that we're going to have of District 65 here. So SCAG is going to be coming out. We had the opportunity to host them last year here for the first time ever. I was able to secure a date next month where we're going to be having them come out, but we're going to tour them of the entire district, which incorporates Apple Valley, Victorville, and Hesperia. So it's going to be fun to be able to take the lead on that. After that, that following day, Thursday, September 12th, that morning, I attended the Mobility 21 Summit, the actual conference. A few takeaways from there. Thank you to the 125 plus vendors that were there with all the information that they had to share with us. Just a few takeaways. Power and partnerships, guys. Moving forward, partnerships are the number one thing. It's going to access more funding. It's going to access more opportunities. It's going to access more rooms. So we definitely need to look at how do we partner up with different organizations, different entities, and our neighboring cities as well. Connecting cities within themselves and neighboring cities. There's going to be a big push these next coming years on different programs that are going to be coming down the pipeline. How do we connect the north side of town with the south side of town? How do we much more better? How do we connect Victorville with Adelanto and the other cities easier for our residents, right? Autonomous vehicles was another takeaway. They're real. They're here. Some airports in Riverside and Vegas are already using these small buses that you jump in and there's nobody in it, and it's just taking you to wherever you need to go. It's pretty cool to see, pretty cool to be in one. A little bit creepy, I'm not gonna lie, but overall, that is, at the end of the day, that is the future that we're heading into. So be prepared to see more autonomous vehicles. Another key takeaway from there was that some numbers were shared, some statistics. And we're noticing that there are less people applying for driver's license, which in turn means more people are utilizing public transportation, which is good for overall for the environment. Immediately after I left early from the summit. I left a little bit early because I needed to be back up here that afternoon, Friday, September 12th. We came up here and attended the Go Human pop-up event in conjunction with our Movies in the Park. And just want to send a huge thank you again to council for supporting the event, to SCAG, to the Office of Traffic Safety, to the Go Human people, to the 28 volunteers from the churches that came out to help us. What would normally take about 3.5 hours was able to be set up in about 1.5 hours because of all the volunteers that came out. So thank you for that. And it was an amazing day, like Councilman Meza said, right? A lot of our residents showed up. We had about 275 plus residents in attendance. We gave out 120 plus bicycle safety helmets. Some of the people here in attendance received some of the helmets. My favorite takeaway though, ladies and gentlemen, yep, clap it up. My favorite takeaway was seeing the exhibits, right? The artistic crosswalks, the extended sidewalks, the medium refuge islands, the parklets. To see these exhibits be set up, but more importantly, to see them do what they're intended to do, slow traffic down, it worked. On Bellflower and on Seneca, our speed limits are 45 miles per hour, which is a different conversation that we need to talk about, but every single vehicle slowed down when it came up to the artistic crosswalks, when it came up to the median refuge islands. And that's what we need to focus on, right? How do we get these vehicles to slow down around our schools and around our parks? I've been at that park plenty of times when none of that stuff was there, and they're doing 45, they're doing 50, they're doing 55 down Seneca and Bellflower. I see it. And we firsthand saw that these exhibits work. Step off the mic really quick. If you guys want to take a look at these afterwards, we'll have them out. These are some of the engagement boards that we had out there. And you'd come up, your residents would come up and they'd put stickers on what they want to see around the city, more lighting, more artistic crosswalks, different things. So I'll have these on display afterwards so you guys can take a look at them. And again, thank you to the residents that all came out to support. And like Councilman Meza said, the Movies in the Park was a success. Our next one coming up is going to be taking place October 17th, Brenda, correct? October 17th, it's going to be our Harvest Pumpkin Patch, where we're going to be doing a pumpkin giveaway, pumpkin patch. We're going to be doing the Movies in the Park. We're going to have stations where the kids can come out and paint their pumpkins. So stay tuned for more information. Check out our social medias platform so you can see more information on that. Saturday, 9/13, another historic moment for San Bernardino County and the city of Adelanto. I attended the ribbon cutting, launch, and first ride of North America's first ever hydrogen-powered zero emissions passenger train in San Bernardino, the ZEMU. It goes from San Bernardino, the city of downtown San Bernardino, to Redlands. The ZEMU represents a bold leap forward in clean transit powered by a cutting-edge hybrid of hydrogen fuel cells and battery technology. It emits only water vapor, no emissions. This makes it the nation's first passenger train of its kind to be compliant with Federal Railroad Administration standards, and it epitomizes SBCTA's legacy of innovation in sustainable transportation. Thank you, SBCTA, for bringing this to our county, the first ever. It was a pleasure to be in attendance with some of the other board members, with Director Carrie Schindler. I was able to bring my son King on the train as well. So it was cool to be able to have Adelanto represent, for our area down in San Bernardino. What it means for Adelanto, guys, maybe one day we'll have one of these trains in our backyard. But what it means is that Adelanto was there and Adelanto was present, and Adelanto's name will be mentioned, right, when it comes to this first kind of a train in our country. Lastly, a couple last things and I'll wrap up, Mayor. Tuesday, 9/16, another meeting with SBCTA to strategize on the upcoming December CTC meeting regarding the Highway 395 access agreement. We have a 2:30 meeting today with Mr. Jim Hirsch. We'll be addressing a couple other things. September 17th, Wednesday, attended our State of the County down in Ontario. Hats off and shout outs to all of our county supervisors. Did an amazing job. Supervisor Rao did another amazing job for hosting it. Guys, San Bernardino County is in a great position right now. Our leaders are doing what they need to do. We are, in my opinion, we are the greatest county in the country. And then lastly, 9/18, attended my SBCTA Mountain Desert Committee meeting here in Victorville. Just want to take a quick moment to thank and say, goodbye and job well done to the Honorable Councilwoman Deborah Jones. I believe that was her last meeting. She'll be stepping down for family reasons. And again, just thank you for all your mentorship. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your leadership. And I know she has another council meeting still to attend, but for SBCTA, she's done. Thank you for everything that you've done for that committee. And we look forward to seeing you in the future. Lastly, to wrap up, National Night Out, ladies and gentlemen, National Night Out, October 7th. It begins at 5 p.m. October 7th, 5 p.m. Mark your calendars. We're going to be starting at Sierra Park, which is right off of Mojave. Start there at 5 p.m. We're going to stay there for about 30 minutes. Then we're going to go out to the new Glaspers Park off of Jonathan and Chamberlain. We're going to stay there for about 30 minutes. And then we're going to end up at Marconi Park with the football. I believe football is going to be going on. Practice is going to be going on. We're going to end there. So again, if you want to follow us to all the parks, or if you want to meet us at one of the parks near your home, again, that date is October 7th at 5 p.m. And with that wraps up my reports. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Welcome and good morning, everybody. Love to hear just how active all of our council is in different parts of our community. No reportable actions for the VVTA meeting. We are going to be heading out to Reno for our convention. I'm supposed to be in Reno for that meeting, but also at the same time, that is also the week that we're supposed to go out to Washington, D.C. For our federal efforts out there. So, just grateful for all the hard work that everyone is doing and we have going on. Just been active here in the community. Right, we have the youth football programs going on, the activity at the high schools, the volleyball games. There's also the youth football game. So grateful for everything that's going on. No reportable actions for me on any of my meetings. There's nothing crazy that that needs to be shared. Nothing worth making mention of. Right, I don't really like to talk about things until it's coming to fruition. The one thing that I would like to just clear up at this time, and then City Manager, please stop me, or Todd, please stop me if I'm speaking out of pocket. For years, there's rumors and speculations that the city was or has sold the stadium, and that it has switched possessions. And as many as you know, we were in active communications for about 9 months, but it was brought to a close. When it comes to making a difficult decision and doing something like that in regards to like selling a city asset, we need to ensure that it's what's best for the residents, it's what's best for our community, and the best interest is for what's best for the city of Adelanto. Unfortunately, this council did not think that it was the best move to release our asset and sell our asset, so it has been taken off of the market. It is still an asset of the community. I do believe that, and I will continue to say, and not shy away, I do believe that this asset should be sold to a private company to that has the reputable, experience in entertainment, in food, and things of that sort, to be able to develop out that whole area, right? One of my fears, and the reason why I believe it should be sold to the private sector, is because the bones are already there, and being able to create a state-of-the-art entertainment center to continue on with activities, family-friendly events. And the last thing that I would want to see with all this boom and all this growth coming to the high desert, that Victorville or Hesperia or Apple Valley then invest into a $50 million amphitheater, right? Where then all the local entertainment can be taken away from our community because of the housing density or the reachability to the more populated communities, right? So, whenever, if and when we do, please know that there's always going to be full transparency in the process. But at this time, the stadium has not been sold, and it is in the ownership of our city. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and just transfer over to our presentations for our proclamation of National Arts and Humanities Month. Brenda?
I think Mayor Pro Tem can take that.
All righty, council, come on down.
Test. All right. Is Miss T Faye in attendance here? T Faye, come on up here, please. And then Miss Vanessa Gomez, come on up here, please. All right. So I asked both of you wonderful ladies to come on up and join us here today, because this proclamation was created and approved by this council because of you two. The passion that you both have for art in our communities it just goes beyond words. What I have learned, and I think what this council has learned about art and what it does for our environment, for our mental health, for our youth, for the energy around the city, is just it's overwhelming almost, right? We have, when I came to Adelanto, all I saw was brown and dirt, right? And in this last, when a little bit of green here, a little bit of green, right? But there was really no life, right? There was no energy to the city. And in the last year and a half, with your expertise, with your guidance, with your counseling, with your mentorship, with your talent, you have brought energy, more energy. You have brought more life. You have brought more color. I love driving up and down 395 now. I love it because at every light, you can look to the left or you can look to the right, and you can see amazing talent, amazing artwork, right? You see expressions that you've never seen. And to be the first, or one of the first cities in the high desert to bring artwork, right? I believe there's some out in Phelan, but we'll pass that to the county, right? That's county land, right? But to be the first out of, Victorville, Apple Valley, Hesperia, it means a lot. It means a lot to me. I'm sure it means a lot to this council. We are not done. We are nowhere near done. We're going to bring more artwork. We're going to bring more artists to bring out more visions. We're going to get more of the community involved so that we can get our expressions out there. You're going to see walls. You're going to see more boxes. You're going to see artistic crosswalks. You're going to see all that stuff, right? I'm committed to ensuring that we get the support of the mayor and the rest of the council to move forward with more artistic work. So with that being said, Mr. Meza, would you like to read the proclamation, sir?
Let's go. This proclamation, October 2025, as National Arts and Humanities Month. The National Arts and Humanities Month NAHM is an annual celebration held every October to recognize the importance of the arts and humanities in America. And the arts and humanities encourage public participation in culture events, raise awareness for the essential role in individual and community well-being, and highlight the richest and diverse culture experiences. Throughout this month, communities across this nation participate in free performances, workshops, readings, and art shows organized by culture institutions and the arts organizations, ensuring that all people may have access and enjoy the vital resources. Arts and humanities are essential to health, vitality, and democracy of our nation, helping to connect to our past, eliminate diversity experience, broadening the perspectives, and foster empathy to deeper understanding of one another. In the city of Adelanto acknowledges the value of arts and humanities in enriching the lives of the residents and enhancing the community's culture, educational, and economic growth. Therefore, that I, Angelo Mesa, and Gabriel Reyes, the mayor of the city of Adelanto, on behalf of the city council, do hereby proclaim the month of October 2025 as National Arts and Humanities Month in the city of Adelanto, and encourage all residents to explore, experience, and support the arts and humanities in our community. Thank you.
I'd like, council, would you guys, anybody want to say a little word? Mayor, we'll start with you.
No, we can go ahead and
Start this way.
Well, congratulations. And I'm super excited. I'm doubly blessed because I also have the privilege of working with Tife Griffin, and she has just been a huge blessing, not only at our senior center, but also running the arts program also for our youth in Adelanto. And so I've seen some of the great work that she's done and the inspiration and the encouragement that she has been able to bring out in our youth. And she's been getting people excited about some of these programs that she participates in and that she creates all throughout the high desert. So I'm very grateful for your stewardship and the gifting that the Lord has given you. And I have also driven by these utility boxes, and I am so excited. I used to live in Auburn, California. And so the city itself, the steps, there's so much artwork, and it brings a vibrancy. There's an uplifting naturally as you go down the streets. And so to see it here in our city is a blessing. And so thank you for the work that you both do and that you will continue to do. And I look forward to continuing to see great work.
Yeah, I'm super excited, right? Like the mayor, as kids growing up here, we saw the brown and few other colors because we recognize the other colors for a long time. I never paid attention to utility boxes, to be real, unless we were sitting on them as kids, and then we get in trouble for sitting on the boxes. But now I know them. I see them. I was super excited because we had a lot of back and forth about the sports one, right? Super excited when I drove by and there was no Dodger sign on it. So thank you for working that out. I'm just saying. But no, it truly does bring a light that I didn't know we needed. So I also want to thank Mayor Pro Tem Ramos for bringing it. Because I was like, when y'all was talking about it, I think before I got here, you got back, and I'm like, why? This is not even an important issue. But now I see how important it is. And we talked about doing murals before to help with graffiti. And I believe that this stops so much negativity while at the same time bringing in the positivity. So thank you guys for your work. Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Ramos, for bringing this in. And I just look forward to more color.
I didn't say anything about the Dodgers, but we all know what's going on, right? And it's cool because we can wait for, it says 2-time champion after this year. Kids, you see what happened? I got put on the spot to read, so you got to be ready to go at any moment. So let's make sure that's part of your thing too. But the incredible colors that are coming to the city, it's amazing. I do like the one over there, but it's a nice one. But it would be nice with the Dodgers. We'll get the Dodger one out there. My residents asked for it. So, but what you guys are doing, 49er one's coming on the second round. If they want a second round of ones, I'm not going to vote unless we get our Dodger and 49er one going. So thank you, ladies. No, really, thank you. I know we just barely met too, but I hear too much amazing things from Amanda about you and everything you've done in your whole life. And to have you in our city, it's going to be a blessing even more so now that we can promote both of you in our city and show what you guys can do. I know the kids are going by and seeing it. I'm seeing it down every block like everyone's talking about. I really love the one that for the military. That I think that one pops the best, right? The military one's the best, right? Because if that would have been Dodgers, I would have been second best, but military is the best. Like I love that one. And also the one that I think the first one we did on the corner of Palmdale, that one also really pops out. Yeah, so there's a lot of good ones that are coming up. And like Councilwoman said that we didn't even notice they were there, and now they're boom, they're big in our community. So next I'm trying to push for the walls that we can paint, right? So we don't just have graffiti. No, we have our artwork in the city, and let's express ourselves. So those are the next projects. And again, it's not only these two ladies, it's what art people that we have in our community that can come and do this and then say, I want this wall. This is what I want. And this is what they want. They want everybody involved. They want to bring their talent so more people show their talents in our city. So we can get more of our residents involved, where you just say, give me this wall and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Like, we'll approve it. So show us your art, show us what you can do. And we'll approve you guys getting a wall so we can beautify the city together. Thank you.
Ladies, I think it's a beautiful thing what it is that you've been able to do. But first and foremost, I just want to say thank you for reaching out, right? A lot of times that's the hardest and the biggest hurdle is that communities don't feel that they can reach out to their electeds to share ideas, to express themselves, and to get stuff like this going. So thank you so much for all of your hard work in our community. It does not go unnoticed. Yeah, I'm grateful for the beautiful artwork that we have because it does give a special pop to our community, right? Everything that you're doing in your time invested into these kids, what a lot of people don't realize is that you're sowing more than what it is that you're receiving. And the problem is a lot of times people want to take more than what it is that they're giving, right? So that's why being able to support these projects, people be able to support what it is that you're doing, you're leading with love. You're leading with, let me do something for my community, not let me take something for my community. So projects like this, it's so easy to support. So easy to support because of what it is that you're doing and the impact and the change that you're making. Vanessa, thank you so much for your consideration on the colors, right? And this is the education that we learned. Like, I would have never thought that colors play a factor to helping people with their mental health, what it is that they see, how it is articulated, that knowledge that you're able to share. So get ready. We're going to invite you to a podcast because we're going to need you to elaborate on the importance of these things. But ladies, thank you so much. This is a simple way that we can appreciate you and honor you. And thank you for all that you do for our community and that you're going to continue to do because you are most definitely making an impact in the city of Adelanto, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
And I will wrap up with just a simple, we appreciate you. Thank you. We love you. And because of both you, the month of October is officially effective today, Arts and Humanities Month. Thank you.
Ready? One. You're good. Don't worry. 1, 2, and 3. All right. Congratulations.
Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and just jump on this and then step out. Oh, cannot do that. I have to step away, right? I was trying to get to the item. I'm not sure if I can speak on it. No, it's starting right now. So Mayor Pro Tem, if you want to go ahead and take over. Todd, question. We already moved it up.
Yes, sir.
Hey, would I be able to just leave my remarks and then hand it over to Mayor Pro Tem? I don't want my remarks to come off as influential, but I would like to just leave remarks on where I stand with the voted item.
Can we table? You want to table it?
Yeah, you can leave them as a private citizen, but they're not, and they can be part of the record, but they are not part of the participation in the action.
May I ask, Mayor, I'm sorry, before you go, is it something that has to be voted on today, or can it wait till the next meeting and we table the item?
City manager, that's,
Your Honor, are we referring to the VVTA item?
yes.
Yes, it's an action item.
But is it a immediate action, or can we hold off for a meeting?
I'll leave it up to the council on that.
So there's no urgency.
It doesn't-
Well, there is an urgency because
Okay.
the seniors do
Okay.
need to get transported
Okay.
to and from.
Okay.
And we're already, 60 days in when we got the
Yeah.
bus and.
So I'll just leave my remarks, you guys, and then I'll step away. The purpose of getting this bus was to be able to have the seniors have access to it and be able to use it. Because Molding Hearts is not, or any of those drivers are not employees of the city. There's a huge liability on the city in regard to them accessing and utilizing that bus. I would just support that we donate the bus to the entity that is managing it at the time, or whatever the proper legality is. But we need to, I believe and I support that we remove any type of liability from the city of Adelanto, and we give that to the entity that is running and securing our senior center. So those are my thoughts on that. Mayor Pro Tem, can you please take over? Ladies and gentlemen, this is just an important meeting. I will watch the replays and listen to all of your comments. Please do, if you leave any phone numbers, you would like any follow-up conversations, please leave your contact information. I'll be more than happy to meet you with you guys. But this building housing and bringing those type of things to the city is also an importance of what we're trying to accomplish. So Mayor Pro Tem, thank you.
There's another meeting going on in the day? What? Stop. Maybe that's why we have presidents.
All right, so we're gonna move forward with the new business, number one discussion item, Victor Valley Transit Authority bus.
You don't want to open up public comment first?
We got council first.
Okay.
Councilwoman Evans.
That's the intro?
That's the
That's all we
intro.
got?
That's all we got.
Oh, okay,
That's it.
well,
Your Honor, may I
Please?
tee it up?
Thank
My
you.
my sincere apologies.
I thought Mayor teed it up for us. Let's
Yeah.
go. Come on.
Oh,
Tee it up, city manager.
Sure, absolutely. I'll do my very best. City Council and members of the public, the agenda item before the City Council this morning under new business concerns the Victor Valley Transit Authority bus. As the mayor indicated, he played a major role in securing this vehicle to support our seniors, our senior center, and provide transportation for our seniors. At this time, the bus is a city asset. However, if it is to be driven or managed by entities outside of city employees, it presents a liability risk to the city. Therefore, staff is recommending that the City Council discuss and provide feedback on this matter. Staff's recommendation is that the City Council consider donating the bus to a qualified 501c nonprofit organization, i.e. the Senior Center, which would allow these services to continue while releasing the city of any potential liability. This concludes my statement.
Thanks, city manager. Councilwoman Evans.
well. While I understand the desire to release the liability of allowing another entity to drive our asset, I think that we need to find a workaround to donating the bus to a nonprofit, whether they are in good standing or not. I think that somehow, way, shape, or form, we've played this game already, right? The bus was donated to an entity as opposed to the city, and now that bus sits at that person's house, right? And so what I don't want to do is I feel we set it up, y'all set it up for the bus to come to the city the proper way this time. And now we would be making the same mistake and then giving it to someone else. If there's a way, I think the best solution to this is to contract out the services, right? So we figure out just like we contract the stadium and we contract at some point we were contracting with Geo to run the detention center and the correctional facility, or the detention center, I'm sorry. We need to find a way to contract this service out to get the liability off of us and provide the service while still holding onto our asset. Because while Molding Hearts has been doing great, and I don't want to speak negativity into the situation, but at some point they may decide to leave. And now we've given the seniors bus to another nonprofit that's not providing the service to the seniors. So I would suggest we find some workarounds to limit the liability while not giving away our asset.
Thank you, Councilwoman Evans. Councilwoman Up the Grove.
I think that the idea of giving the bus to the senior center is a good one. And I think that because they have already done so much work in our city. And additionally, I think making things easier for good organizations is what makes those organizations stay. I know not always. However, when there is a partnership, when there's a good relationship, it makes it easier for good organizations to stay in the city and invest in the city and to continue to invest. And they started with their best foot forward. And I believe that this gesture on behalf of our city would only strengthen that relationship that we have. And I get to see the seniors 3 times a week. I get to see the excitement. They're only growing in numbers. I do not see a decline. I do not see any indication of this organization leaving, although there's potential. But in all things, there are risks. And I think that this is well worth that risk. And so for me, I would agree that donating the bus to an organization that is going to utilize the bus for our residents, for our seniors, is definitely a good thing. And I think with that kind of gesture, we'll only see more services come out and improvements and even more investments. That is my hope. And I like all things, like all business practices, there's a risk, and I'm willing to take that risk.
Thank you, Councilman Meza.
Let me chill. I'm good. There's risk, but there's also the risk of the seniors that are still not eating because they don't have a ride. Right. And we're talking about seniors eating. So, and this is more than eating. I mean, we had seniors in here the other day talking about this is the best place they get to go to. They get to go see their friends. They get to go make new friends. Like, they can't wait to be there. And to have that opportunity open up for another one, Molding Hearts has already put so much money out of their pocket, and it's like, put your money where your mouth is. They've already done it, and they didn't know we were gonna help them and get it back to them and help them with their appliances. They just went in there and did it, and if they were to leave in 5 years or whatever it is, we'll get another bus. But I don't want to be the bureaucratic that says, oh, but we got to do it like this, because the house never gets built. The house burnt down and we got to go through code. We got to go through, and your house is never going to get built. And that's kind of what I see on these kind of things. We got to trust people who are already investing in our community. The seniors love them. And if the seniors are saying, let's go for it, then I'm not going to get out of the way of the seniors, right? The seniors say, we want this, we need this. And this is our community talking to us. So if we talk back to them in any other way by saying, we got you, I don't see why we should be doing that. So I trust Molding Hearts. I trust them with everything they're doing, with everything they've done already. And I do agree with Mayor. Maybe there's just language of the bus belongs to anyone who's taking care of our seniors in the 501c3. So if they're the ones that are in there taking care of it, then those are the ones that should have the bus to provide for our seniors. Because at the end of the day, this isn't for the 501c3. This is for our seniors. And everybody that goes there, so they can experience the good times, the games, the food, and the whole camaraderie with all their friends at the community center. So that's my take on it.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Meza. I have a few comments and a few questions, and excuse me in advance if I'm a little all over the place. But I'm actually glad the kids are in attendance today, because I feel it fits in with what I with what I want to say. I had the privilege and the opportunity to meet with a specific senator a couple days ago for a little bit of mentorship. I won't mention the name, but one of the first things that he said to me that stuck out was there's two people that you need to make sure, two types of people that you need to make sure that you always take care of in the community: the kids and the seniors. Kids and the seniors. He said, whatever you need to do to figure it out, make sure those two groups of individuals are taken care of, because one group has paved the way and the other group will continue to pave the way. Then he said something funny about the guys in the middle. Don't worry about them. If they're all messed up, it's their fault, right? So we won't talk about that. But it hit me because it's true, right? Our seniors are the priority, and I feel that I think that this staff and this council did an amazing job at showing that when we approved the previous work for the AC and the hood and all that other stuff. Molding Hearts, I agree with you, Council. Molding Hearts has done an amazing job at the work they've done. Their numbers speak for themselves. Their work speaks for themselves. The seniors speak for Molding Hearts. Molding Hearts doesn't even need to speak for themselves. Councilman Evans, you made a great point when you said we've played this game before and we saw how it went. Couldn't agree with you more, right? But I'll add to that, if I may, that we've played this game before, but with a different team and different people, right? I think we both agree that there was a lot of trust issues when it came to, that other team and those other players. Maybe their hearts weren't in the right places. Maybe their intentions weren't in the right places, and it showed. It showed without a doubt, and that bus stayed. We don't got to mention where it stayed, but it stayed there. It's with cobweb, and it was almost like a disgrace and a smack in the face to our residents, our seniors, and to anybody else that helped bring that bus, to the city. City manager, I have a couple questions, and Todd, if you'd like to chime in, please chime in. I feel like I know the answers to them, but I just kind of, for the record, and I want to just be sure. If this bus is donated, what, if anything, is the city on the hook or responsible for? Insurance, gas, maintenance. Are we responsible for anything, or are we completely washing our hands with any liability and responsibilities to that bus?
Yes, thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Ramos, City Council, members of the public. It's a great question, and the answer is that once we transfer this vehicle to the entity, we no longer are liable for anything. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Now, a concern that was brought up that I do as well, acknowledge and I agree with is we give this bus, and 2 years from now, 3 years from now, that organization leaves, and now this bus is gone, right? And it's taken a lot of work and a lot of manpower to get this bus donated to us. Are we able to, in the language, does it have to be a donation? Can it be something where the city is protected so that if this organization moves forward or leaves, 3 years, 4 years from now, the bus stays, right? Is it maybe a lease for $1 instead of a donation? What can we do? And City Manager, you've done a great job at assembling a great team that makes great decisions and great contracts where we've been able to add language into these contracts to protect the city. So are we able to potentially move forward with some sort of donation, or maybe that's not the right word, so that they can use it, responsibilities off of us? They're taking care of our seniors, but in the event that they decide to leave us 3 years, 4 years, 5 years from now, then that bus now comes back to the city of Adelanto.
Yes, thank you again, Mayor Pro Tem. That is absolutely doable. However, we like you said, we pay good money, and we have a great team, and our city attorney can definitely chime in on that. But I believe we can do that.
Yes.
That a yes, Todd? That's how you're gonna tee it up?
That was a yes.
Thank you, sir. Before I open it up to public comment, Councilwoman Uppergrove.
You just prompted a question. Does anyone know the value of this bus? And the only reason I'm asking is because in 3 to 5 years, you know, for me, if the senior center here is here for 5 years and they utilize the bus and they do it well and we're serving our residents, I don't know that the value of that bus after the 5th year matters, to be honest, because you don't know, some policy could change and we're not allowed to use that type of bus anymore because it's not energy efficient, whatever. You know, so for me, if 5 years, getting 5 years out of it is worth it. And what happens after that really doesn't matter. Now, if they left next month, that'd be different. So there might be a difference in the value based on the time. And so do we know the value of this bus?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question, Councilwoman Updergrove. The bus is it's a good looking bus, but it's definitely not a new bus. It's a used bus it's got well over 200,000 miles, if my memory serves me well. We'll double check on the mileage. But you know, these agencies maintain these vehicles over the years. And so it's in good running operation or condition. Again, we got to keep in mind that this bus will be local. It's not going to be traveling out of state. It's going to be mainly utilized to operate within the boundaries of the city of Adelanto for the most part. Now,
For when we go to Vegas with them.
okay. So yes, you make a good point about that as well.
So go ahead. So again, it just goes back to my point being, you know, if maybe there's like a tier system where as long as they are here and using the bus, anything after 5 years, then, you know, whatever, but anything before 5 years, there could be language in the contract to that effect. I'm not personally motivated to do like a tier structure or any kind of buyback, but for if the council wanted to, I wouldn't be opposed to it. But I think that, you know, a lot changes in 5 years. That bus might not even be legal in 5 years.
Yeah, I think the best approach here is just to keep it simple.
Yeah.
There's a need here for our seniors to get to and from the senior center. I think we need to focus on that. This is a senior center that really has been overlooked for many, many years. We're no longer in this place under Mayor Reyes's leadership and this city council. We're in a different place today. So I think we need to keep it simple and not inundate the contract or the agreement with a whole lot of language.
You have a question for us? Go to open.
Just more
Public,
comments. I think that's a good point. And I think that for me would be a great compromise, right? And I don't know that it needs to be the tier system, which when you said that before you even said, I was like, that would work, right? If it's one, let's say the value of the bus is $10,000, which I'm sure is way undervalued. $10,000 today, right? Every year they keep it, we knock off $1,000 or whatever. If you want to be 5 years, then cool. Whatever the math is, that at year 5, the value is 0, keep your bus, right? That works for me. Or like MPT said, that there's a buyback or a give back stipulation in the contract. And I want to also be clear because I felt it. I don't know if y'all felt it. So I want to make sure that my stance is clear. I'm in no way not in support of the seniors, the senior center, or Molding Hearts. I believe in everything that's happening there. At the same time, my role here is to protect the assets of the city, right? So it's business and people. It's two things that most times can coincide, right? And I'm hoping that we can find a solution that will have them come together. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure that we're protecting the city, not individuals that live in the city. Respectfully, I love the seniors. Please don't hate me. But we have to be mindful and good stewards of what's given to us. So I like the idea of either the tiered system or even just a buyback, whatever, but something that says if they leave in this amount of time, we get our asset back, because the goal would be to have another organization come in and they're going to need a bus. And if I'm not mistaken, BVTA will give a bus directly to an organization. So folks can go through BVTA themselves and get it. So good question.
Thank you for those comments, Council. We're going to open it up to public comment at 12:11. I don't have any cards here for the bus. Anybody online? Brenda, Adam? All right, we're going to close public comment at 12:11. Bring it back to council. Final comments, Councilwoman Evans.
I made them already. Thanks.
All right. Councilwoman Updergrove. Councilman Meza.
Just hearing what everyone's saying, I just think we keep it simple on a 200,000-mile automobile. I don't think it's worth having it back, even if we wanted it back. It'll just be another cost to the city of a 300 or 400,000 mile automobile that we have to then worry about. So that's my take.
Thank you, Councilman Meza. I would say that we direct staff then to move forward with drafting up a contract or moving forward with direction of donating the bus or leasing the bus, or however you guys want to structure it to protect, obviously keeping seniors in mind first, but also protecting the city and its assets. And then come back. Do we need to bring this back to council for approval of anything, or you just take it, you got it from here?
Excuse me, Todd, what are your thoughts?
No, given that we've had this discussion, I'd feel more comfortable bringing it back to the council to make sure we covered everything you've directed.
So noted.
Awesome. Good to go.
Mayor Pro Tem Ramos, if I can
Yes.
just point out a fact, according to Google, the average city bus at the end of its life is typically between 500,000 and 1,000,000 miles. So 200,000 is still a brand new bus.
Thank you for that stat. So, okay, so direction has been given, draft of contract, move forward with donation or lease, protecting, keeping seniors priority, and then protecting the city assets, and then come back to council as soon as possible with that.
Is there going to be language in there that the bus reverts is the key word, back to the city in the event that the senior administrators no longer are with the city?
I would ask that this council agree to at least a 5-year, at least a 3 to 5 year deal, where if they leave prior to that 3 or 5 year, then it does need to come back to the city council.
Again, Councilwoman Savannah brought up a good point about the bus being new, but that's new to them because they have mechanics and they have everybody that touches that at the BBC, right? We don't have anybody. Like that's my concern when I'm talking about it's an asset for the city. Like we don't have people that can keep it, even though it's 200, 300,000. We don't have anybody on staff, or I don't even know if we have someone local, and that's another cost to us to keep it brand new. So that's why I bring it up, is we don't have those resources to keep it as a brand new vehicle, even though it's just broken in and it's ready to go, which is awesome for our seniors. That's why I'd rather put it on them to kind of go with it, because it's that whole maintenance part of it. It's nice to say, hey, we got a nice bus, it's barely broken in, and we can't do anything with it, and it's going to sit in someone's front yard.
So Councilmember
That's
Mesa,
kinda
what I'm
what I-
hearing from you is sorry about that, Your Honor. What I'm hearing from you is just doing a straight donation across the board and leaving it as is.
I would like to motion to do that. That way it's just a straight donation, and
With no
We gotta-
year, with no.
Correct.
With just straight up.
straight up. That would be my motion.
I'll second.
We're going to take a roll call for that. Please, Brenda. Can I counter before that, or does it got to die first?
It's gotta die.
Okay.
First, am I wrong, Todd?
Can I?
Yeah,
Can
the
I-
city clerk is wrong. You can do a substitute.
Let's go, Todd. So I'd like, yeah, he's been waiting to say that. That's how you tee that up, city attorney. So I'd like to do a sub motion that it's donated with the stipulation that they are locked in for a minimum of 3 years. Because that keeps us locked in here, that keeps services here, that keeps our seniors, for 3 years. And to your point, Councilwoman Updegrove, things might change with the buses and transportation, right? So at least we know for the next 3 years, we're locked in, they're locked in. That would be my substitute motion.
I'll second.
Roll call, please, Brenda.
Yes, Your Honor. Counselor Evans?
Just so we're clear, Brenda, we're voting on the substitute motion, right?
That's correct.
The same thing, he just added a 3-year.
Yeah. Got it.
Yes.
Counselor Mesa?
I'll say yes to my motion.
No.
Yeah, well, to the motion, the substitute motion.
Yes.
The whole shebang.
Counselor Updegrove?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ramos?
Yes, ma'am.
And then Mayor Reyes is noted as absent. Motion passes.
Heard him say yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Council. Congratulations, Molding Hearts. Congratulations, seniors. Great job. Move back to public communication. Public comment, Brenda? Correct. Okay, this is a time and place for members of the public to comment on any matter within the jurisdiction of the city council. Members of the public wishing to address the city council members on items not on the agenda can push *9 on their telephones to raise their hands. The city clerk will call on you in order received. You will be asked to unmute. To do so, you must push *6. Please state your name for the record. There's a time limit of 3 minutes. Anybody online? Okay, and in my hand here, first one, Mrs. Rhonda Dennis, come on up.
Okay. Good morning, council members, everyone on the diocese. My name is Rhonda. You know my name, you know my face, and my passion for this city. My life has been dedicated to working with children, the city of Adelanto, and it's rooted in a deep love for our community. The Ardennes Preparatory Academy and Preschool is the culmination of that work, a vision to empower our children. Thank you for mentioning that. That's one of the areas that we need to look at. With the tools they need to build a prosperous future. This proposal is not a simple real estate transaction. It is a request to partner with you on a project that will ignite a movement of economic and educational empowerment in Adelanto. I am asking for your trust in a plan that is unconventional. I know this, but deeply strategic, and one that is designed to ensure a successful lasting legacy for this city. So I have a proposal, a 2-year lease with option to buy. I respectfully request a 2-year lease with option to buy to purchase the Glasper building and its surrounding acres. The key terms of this partnership would be lease agreement, a 2-year lease at a mutually agreed upon market rate, with the first year to be dedicated to renovation and a portion of the second year for operation and further fundraising. Renovation, RDPAP will be responsible for and will fully fund all necessary renovations to bring the building up to code for its intended use as a preschool and community center. This represents a significant non-reimbursable investment on our part, demonstrating our unwavering commitment to the property and its future. Option to buy, the lease agreement will include a firm purchase price for the building and land, which RDPAP will have the option to exercise at any point during the 2-year lease term. This structure is born out of financial necessity and a strategic discipline. As a new nonprofit organization, RDPAP must establish a strong credit profile and a proven track record of operational and financial viability. The 2-year period will allow us to demonstrate the school's success to lenders, securing the necessary long-term financing to finalize the purchase. This approach mitigates risk for the city of Adelanto while guaranteeing our commitment. The long-term vision, a phased development plan for a community hub. Our plan is to transform the Glasper building and its acres into a vibrant educational empowerment campus through 3 distinct but interconnected phases. Phase 1, the preschool and community center. This year, the Glasper building will be meticulously renovated to house our state-of-the-art preschool and the community empowerment center.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Dennis. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Next up, Audrey Young.
Good morning, council. I am here representing my son. He's a 5th grader at Gus Franklin STEM Academy. And we are here. I have a letter written from him. He's a little shy. Guess he's a man of little words. Dear Mr. Mayor and councils, we will be going on a field trip in April to the 3 Oaks Science Camp School. All of the 5th grade students will be more than grateful if you could help donate to the 5th grade. The reason I would like to go to camp is that I've never been into the mountains before, and I have never been away from home from my parents. I would like to go to science camp because I would like to gain hands-on experiments like building a dam. When I get older, I would like to go into the military, and the things that I would learn at camp could potentially help me do my job in the Air Force. Thank you for your time, Rocco Young. And my name is Audrey Young. I'm just a mom and a volunteer at the fifth grade committee at Gus Franklin STEM Academy. Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Noemi Flores.
Good morning, Council. My name is Noemi Flores, and I'm here on behalf of Gus Franklin Junior STEM Academy, just like Miss Audrey Young. I want to share with you the importance of our fifth grade science camp and why we are asking for your support. So science camp is not just a field trip, it's a lifetime opportunity for our students to connect with nature, build confidence, and experience hands-on science outside of the classroom. Right now, we're moving into a very technology-friendly world, and in class, they all have Chromebooks that they bring home or they have in class. And so going on to this field trip will kind of move them away from that technology and get their hands really dirty with our earth, right? All our students are looking forward for this trip for years. They're in the school and that's all they talk about. First grade, second, third, fourth, they're excited to be in fifth grade because they know they have that field trip coming up. So our fifth graders, if you don't know, are very unique. They actually started kinder during COVID. So that entire year was full of isolation and no celebrations, no school events, and very limited interaction with their peers. Trying to have a kinder do online learning was very, very difficult. It's a very difficult year, but hey, we survived. We're here. They're fifth graders now. They're looking forward to this. Now, after working so hard to overcome these early challenges, they face losing another milestone, right? Science camp. The school used to cover half of it, but unfortunately, due to recent cuts at the district level, most of that funding has been pulled away. So now the remaining cost per student is now simply too high for many families here in our wonderful city to afford. As parents, we are fundraising every way we can, but we are still falling short. We're asking for your support to help bridge the gap. With your partnership, we can make sure every one of our fifth grade students has the opportunity and the chance to attend science camp, regardless of their family's financial situation. This is about equity, opportunity, and giving our students memories and experiences they deserved after such a difficult start to their school journey. Thank you for your time and for considering investing in our kids and in their future. Thank you.
And if I butcher your name in advance, I apologize, okay? Because I'm looking at these cards and it's, yeah. I'm just gonna do the first name, Aubrey. Well, the last name, it's the last name. Peña. Let me see if I said Peñafiel.
Yeah.
There you go, okay.
Good afternoon, Mayor Pro Tem and council members. My name is Aubrey Penafiel. I am a fifth grade student from Gus Franklin Junior STEM Academy in the Adelanto School District. I am writing this letter because of an amazing learning opportunity that our school is providing us with. We will be going to Three Oaks Outdoor Science School for 4 days and 3 nights, from April 7th to April 10th. Three Oaks is an amazing opportunity to do hands-on learning stuff like hiking, seeing and touching animals, playing games, and having time to hang out with friends or classmates. Science Camp is a place to have real-world exposure to STEM. It is located near Lake Arrowhead and Crestline. Each student has to pay $425 before we go to Science Camp. This camp will help us understand that learning doesn't always happen in the classroom. We can learn anywhere. Some families don't have the money and aren't able to send their students to science camp. Schools aren't able to help due to budget cuts. These students will be missing out on a very fun learning experience. This is why we are asking for donations so we are able to go to science camp. That way all students who want to attend are able to go. Thank you for your consideration.
Sorry, Dad, come on up. You're next. Daniel. Daniel Peñafiel. Yes, great name, sir.
All right. Good afternoon, Mayor Pro Tem, council members, and fellow residents of Adelanto. My name is Daniel Peñafiel. I've been a resident of Adelanto since 2013, where my wife and I purchased our first home. We have attended many city council meetings back before the job pulled us away. But we were here when they were designating the green zone, when we did the Turk McBride giveaway, which we were actually part of, and different events in the city. I'm a proud resident, and I say that with a passion. Couple things going off topic. Love what is going on in the community and to see everything come to life. I was here when a lot of the things were in zoning, and now to see the Adelanto Town Center actually coming to life, as well as many other things within the city. I took my daughter to the city event that you hosted recently. That was great. She's already eyed me about the pumpkin patch coming. She's already looking at me saying, we better go. So I love to see the things like that with the community. At work, we have a community board where we go out, work at the federal prison, and we go out and have events for the families as well. So I love my community and everything that I live and work for. We're here today because, like Naomi stated, back in 2019, the children, they didn't get to have their kindergarten promotion. They didn't get to have any of their kindergarten events. Now we're stuck with fifth grade due to budget cuts. There's no money, everything's cut. We don't know how we're gonna support their promotion, their fifth grade field trip, their science camp, their fifth grade dance, and their fifth grade field day. So us as parents that are here in the audience, we formed a community. We've been started since July to try to figure out fundraising on how to figure out how to pay for all this stuff, because it's stuck with pretty much us. The school district doesn't have the funding to help with it. So we had a Raising Cane's fundraiser. We were only pulled in 120 with that. It's better than nothing, but we're starting small. We're doing the world's finest chocolate sales. We have them here if anybody wants to buy them as well. We're working with that. So we brought that box in. But we're just asking for help. Like I said, I was here back in the day when the green zone, we'll go with for that. They stated they wanted to help out the community. So now I think it's time we call upon them and see if they can help fund the cities. They donated bikes back in the day for that. So I say we call upon them again and see where they can help and help get these children to science camp and help let them have an unforgettable fifth grade year before they promote and go off on to other things. Thank you for your time.
Celia McGill. Celia.
Good afternoon, city board. I am here and good afternoon, everybody. I am here for try to take the attention from you guys about the Adelanto Road. Why? Because we are living in very nice city, Adelanto. And the road is in very bad shape. For me, it's a shame for to see the Adelanto Road. And I am thinking, why Adelanto City don't pay attention about that way? I see like they are planning to fix Charlie Magnet, something like that, Charlie Magnet. But I am thinking why they don't see to fix it Adelanto Road too. I don't know if the city is trying to give that word to Amazon, Iron Mountain, or Dr. Pepper, or to give that word to the airport. I think so, I don't know, because they destroyed a lot to the city. And sometime at night time, because I live in the corner, and I am very scary about the dogs, about coyotes, about the very, sometimes because at night time or when it's very late, quiet, it's racing, you know, the racing car, they go very bad and I'm thinking, oh my God, the way is in very bad shape. In any moment, they're going to lose the control. Those cars will go on my car in my house or to another house. That's why I am here for try to ask to the city, please don't give that area give a lot of negligence, or maybe I don't know. I like I told you before, maybe they are waiting the like the Amazon or Iron Mountain or Dr. Pepper fix that area. But also I like to pay attention to that part of the city because it's Adelanto rough. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Kyron. Right. Come on down, Kyron.
Good day, and dear Mayor Pro Tem and esteemed City Council members, I am Kyron Saltison, and I'm a fifth grader student at Gus Franklin Junior STEM Academy in the Adelanto School District. I'm writing this letter because of a particular reason and an exciting opportunity that our school is providing to us fifth graders, including me, writing this letter. Fifth graders will be going to Three Oaks Outdoor Science School for 4 days, 3 nights next year during the month of April 7th to April 11th. Three Oaks School is a school surrounding activities, mainly science and outdoor interactions for kids. Not only does the school provide activities, but it could also help with their learning at school. Us fifth graders are asking for a donation to help our school afford science camps because us students have never been to science camp. It's the only time we're going. Also, parents have to pay $400, which is too much. So we are asking for a donation to afford it. At Three Oaks, there are many exciting activities. So we're going to be hiking, night hiking, having dance nights, skit nights, catching frogs, and way more activities. I'm excited because I go in depth in science. Not only are there activities, but there are benefits such as helping you being relaxed from the stress of learning, turmeric actions, and not being alone. I'm hoping to go to dance night and hiking because that sounds fun, and I've never experienced action like these I just described. Lastly, these activities can cure boredom because all of these activities, instead of doing nothing,
Motion for 30 more seconds.
of doing nothing can be better. Be better. But every kid has done the same. Thank you for reading this letter that has context that is interesting to read, and all of us fifth graders will be happy if you donate. Sincerely, Kyron Saltison.
Great job, Kyron. Aaliyah Flores.
Dear Mayor Pro Tem and City Council members, my name is Aaliyah Flores and I'm a fifth grade student at Gus Franklin Junior STEM School in Adelanto School District. I am writing this letter because of an amazing learning opportunity that our school is providing me with. We will be going to Three Oaks Outdoor Science School for 4 days and 3 nights during the month of April. I am so excited for this opportunity. Three Oaks is a great science school for kids to learn and to work as one team. This is a great opportunity for kids to learn more about science. They also have fun games that have science learning in them. What I am looking forward to is astronomy night, skit night, and going to a pond to look for frogs. There are going to be more opportunities to make friendships, great friendships, and get to know each other better. All of the fifth graders at Gus Franklin Junior STEM would be pleased if you would donate some money to our science school. A reason why this will be a great experience for the fifth graders group to be more independent. It will help me and all the fifth graders feel more confident in our abilities. We will also feel less overwhelmed and more mature. From my experience, when my sister had the opportunity to go last year, I noticed that when she came back, she was more mature. If I had the opportunity to go to Three Oaks Science School, it would be an experience I will never forget. I have been doing research on the activities that I will be doing if I go to Three Oaks Science School, such as hands-on learning a lot of teamwork and real-world problem-solving skills. Three Oaks Science School is a great place where failure isn't seen as something negative. It will help do better on tests and improve their grades. This will also help them feel more capable and creative. Thank you for listening to my letter and supporting fifth graders at Gus Franklin. Sincerely, Aaliyah Flores.
Great job. All right, Brenda, I'm going to close public comment at, we already checked. Yeah, 12:38. And before we move forward, I just want to make a quick statement to Aubrey, Aaliyah, Kyron, and the other young men and women that are joining us here today. You guys are doing the first step of receiving the help that you're asking for, right? You showed up, you came out and you spoke. There's a lot of adults that live in our city that won't even come out and do that, right? You guys are doing the first step. Congratulations. You guys are amazing for coming up here and taking time to express yourselves and to ask for help, right? Your parents are superheroes, whether you know that or not. At night when you sleep, they go out and they fight crime and they're figuring things out. I promise you they are. They're superheroes. You guys we have a mayor and a city council that's phenomenal at figuring things out and putting their minds together and coming up with ways to help the community members that come out and ask for help. We have a city manager who's a magician. He makes magic happen. If you've never seen it, pull him to the side one day and tell him to show you one of his magic tricks, right? Thank you for coming up and expressing your needs, your concerns. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't right now. But one thing that I can assure you is that we're going to try and figure it out. We're going to try and figure something out to get you guys the help that you want, because you do deserve to go to camp. You do deserve to go to dances. You do deserve more. And if the school district is cutting budgets and they can't help, we're going to say, okay, and we're going to open up our doors and we'll figure it out. We might not be able to give you all the help, but we'll be able to give you some help. And I know the other council members are going to want to say something, so I'll give them their time. Okay.
Can I get one of the parents to come up to the podium? Maybe we can ask a couple questions. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And just so everybody's aware, right? Common protocol is not to go back to discuss or debate during public comment. You guys come up, you speak on it, and then we listen, and then we go back. But because you guys are babies and you guys are special, we're gonna have some dialogue right now, okay, for the parents.
Okay, so some of my concerns and some of my questions for you guys is, do you know how many kids, first of all, are in the camp, in the class?
In the class?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Can she join?
Whoever. Yeah.
Hey, council. Also, if you guys, I mean, for the sake of time, we can bring this back.
I want to make a motion, but I want to make sure they understand when I make the motion, what I need to, for future agenda. Yeah, for future agenda, I'm going to be putting it on, but I need you guys to understand the scope on what I'm willing to put on to the agenda. Okay. So how many kids are in the class?
Total, there's 3 fifth grade classes, so totaling 93 fifth graders.
93 fifth graders. Okay. So this is where I have here's my constraint that I always like to put on. Your school is in Victorville, right? And that's where we have an issue with this council. But the kind of way we get around that is, and how we've worked together as a team is, how many of those kids are Adelanto residents out of those 93? So when you, that's what I'm gonna try to help is those, and I could say we give you $2,000 and it's only gonna go to a few kids anyway, right? But if I can know the number of Adelanto kids, because I only like to give money from Adelanto to Adelanto kids. So I'm sorry, and that's
My
just
daughter is in Adelanto.
then
kid.
you see what I'm saying?
Same
So,
thing.
so we're gonna hit a lot of the kids, and that's where I can go to back to my residents, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, why are you guys donating to Victorville?" Wow, it's a school in Victorville, but these are our kids, and it's a performing school, right? It's for science, and it's a
STEM.
different type. So it's a choice that our kids get to make, and I don't want to have that taken away from our kids. I want to promote our kids that are from Adelanto to get some of that. So that's kind of how I can sell it to my team members, and so we all can kind of go with that. So those are the kind of numbers I'm going to need, and the price, of course, of that. That's a big one, and then we can kind of get those numbers, and then we can see what we can do. Those are kind of what we're looking for when we do those kind of things. So great
I
presentation
have
today,
the
guys.
bill at home, like around the corner. I live literally down the street.
Okay,
They'll
you
bring me the
can
bill.
you can bring it to Brenda. She can email it to us. That way we kind of have that. We kind of understand that. So great job coming to us. So I just want to give you guys a little bit more direction on how to get your box a little tighter when you come to us. And these are the kind of things we're looking for. So it makes it a little bit easier. And I love the kids in Victorville too, but I want to make sure I take care of our babies here in our city with our residents' money. So that's the only reason we kind of do those kind of things.
I have a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
So would you recommend for those that live in Victorville, should we hit Victorville
I
City
would
Hall
definitely
as
say,
well?
hey, and then be like, hey, Adelanto did this. What is Victorville
Yeah,
going to do?
like,
Hey,
step up.
Hesperia.
They stepped up.
Hey, what is Hesperia? Whatever your kids are
Right.
from, I would attack it that way. And that way everyone's like, whoa, 95 kids. What? So, 20 kids? Oh, so everyone, and then the kids get to see how good we are compared to all the good in Victorville, right? And how the other.
Yeah, we can connect offline. If you guys can do me a favor and please hang tight till after the meeting. We're not going to be too much longer. Our PIO brought down some gifts, some souvenirs for all the kids in attendance on behalf of the city. We can connect offline on speaking and connecting with Mayor Becerra from Victorville. We all have great relationships with her. So if they see us stepping up, maybe they'll step up as well. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
Anybody else?
Councilwoman Uppergrove,
Yeah.
do you have anything to add? Councilwoman.
Great comments, but I would also encourage you to reach out to your local nonprofits.
Councilwoman Evans, special like new leaf.
I used to work for a nonprofit, so I'm in
got those.
constant communication with them.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Definitely right in line with you, Councilman Meza on that. I had already wrote those questions down. Like, listen here, Victorville, we appreciate y'all, but y'all got way more money than we do. And you got our schools over there. So there's that. But what I would like to suggest to y'all is that we have a committee in charge of putting on our events. MPT Ramos sits on that committee. There's an event that somebody's excited to go to in October. Maybe reach out to the committee, MPT Ramos, and ask about getting a booth that y'all can use as a fundraiser at that, in addition to, right? So that's something that I don't believe has to come back to council. He's in charge of bringing out whoever he wants for the booth. So that gets around the red tape that government puts in. Outside of that, we'll have to bring back the item like Councilman Mesa said, okay?
Also, really quick, lastly, have you guys been in touch with Mr. Ted Alejandre, San Bernardino County Superintendent?
No.
Okay, so he's actually we'll get you in contact with him. He's going to be somebody that you might want to reach out to. He's on his way out and going into retirement. So this might be something great for him to champion on his way out and leave on a high note, okay? Appreciate you guys' time. Hang out for a little bit. We don't got too much longer to go, and then we got some stuff for you guys. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to our consent calendar, finally. Items on the consent calendar are considered routine in nature and non-controversial and require no further discussion by the city council. They may be acted on in one motion unless a member of the city council requests a separate discussion on an item. Councilmember Evans, anything to pull?
Why are you coming to me like that?
Come on. I teed it up for you.
I don't have anything to pull, but I am gonna vote no on an item, so we can just slow down during the vote. Thank you.
Okay, Councilwoman Uppergrove, nothing to pull. Councilman Mason.
I'll motion, do we accept the calendar as is?
I will second. All those in favor?
Aye.
I'm an aye on everything except for.
4. Thank you. Moving on to Adelanto Public Utility Authority consent calendar. I motion that we approve the consent calendar as presented.
Second.
All those in favor?
I'm sorry, you move fast. I want to recuse myself from that vote. My family's main residence is off of one of those main streets, so just for my own moral compass, I'm gonna recuse myself from that vote.
Roger that. Good, Brenda.
Sorry, recuse yourself from what item?
For the, no, not yet. Not yet. No, that's next.
I apologize. Yes.
They blend together, so you want to say no on the concurrent?
I want to recuse myself from the concurrent item. I'm sorry.
Okay, understood.
Yep.
And now moving to our concurrent. Okay.
No, the concurrent,
we're
when he
good.
calls
That's good.
them together,
We're
they're,
good.
they're all together. So
So
I
we're
will mark Councilmember Evans as recusing herself from that
Awesome.
item.
And I'm,
So back to the
Yes.
APUA consent.
sorry.
Yes, let me see. where
I
And
it's
who
at.
made the motion?
The motion was myself and second by Councilman Meza, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brenda, I don't have
Special concurrent
the APUA.
should be.
Try underneath it.
No, it's agenda. Okay, I just read that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
misheard.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
Got it.
so, and you're a no on the water.
So can you say that? Can you turn your mic on? Yeah.
He was right. I was wrong. Doesn't happen often, but here we
Okay,
are.
so we're good.
We're good. I just want to confirm, Councilmember Evans, you're no on the water report.
AUPA, I'm a yes on water. I apologize. Oh, a no. Yes, no. I'm a no on 3. Yeah, you know where I'm a no. I apologize. I apologize. The concurrent threw me off. So
Yes.
here's my vote, Brenda, so we're clear. On the concurrent calendar item, I'm an abstain
Yes,
or recuse.
yeah,
Recuse on that. I'm a no on item 4 from the regular consent calendar.
yes.
And I'm a no on 3 from the APUA.
Got it.
Thank you, sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, no items removed from the consent calendar, future. I'm sorry, no items removed from the consent calendar, future agenda items, Councilwoman Evans.
Yes, I actually have a few. Thank you. I'm gonna let Councilman Meza take one of them because he called it out early. I think that's a little unfair, but do your thing, bro.
Take it.
I would like to have a future agenda item for a presentation from Miss Rhonda on her plan for the Glasper Center. So you guys want to go vote on all of them at one time or individually? So I have a few.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye. I know that we set, I know that MPT Ramos last week asked for the risk workshop to be put on expeditiously. I haven't gotten a email for dates for that. So if we can get an update on when that's gonna happen or get it, circulating dates so that we can plan that.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye. And then the third one is going to be resolution number 0624, which is our expense reimbursement resolution. Huge shout out. Whether you like them or you don't, I was excited to see a resolution or ordinance with Jim Neiman's name on it. But it hasn't been updated since I think it was 2006. So the numbers are outdated. Like I think they said for breakfast, we get $6 for the day. I don't know where we can find breakfast for $6. So we need to update the ordinance. So if we can bring that back.
It's a resolution, ma'am. not
Oh,
an
thank you.
ordinance.
Resolution. I did put that. I put resolution number and then I still said ordinance. So if we can bring that back for,
Second that as well.
Noted.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Councilwoman Updegrove,
I have nothing.
Councilman Meza.
I would like to bring it back for discussion and approval for the donation for the Gus Franklin Junior STEM Academy. Once we have the information emailed to us, we can review and make a decision on our donation for next city council.
Noted.
I'll second. All in favor?
You guys got it on there. All right, good job. That's what happens. Like Pro Tem Ramos said, when you show up, things happen. Okay, and if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. That means get there. Okay, get there. Now you're on there.
And the mean guy put you guys on the agenda. Great job. All right, great. You guys did great. The only 2 items I have for future agenda items, council, is if we can bring for discussion discussion and action for the wall art project so that we can look at different walls that belong to the city and start looking at different murals that we can get on there. If I can
I'll
get a
second.
second. All in favor?
Aye.
And then bringing back another round of utility box artwork for the city. If I can get a second on that.
I'll
please.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Nay.
Got you. Got the no on him?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yes. It's okay. Still passed. Still passed. Okay, with that being said, that leads us to our adjournment. The next regular meeting of the city council will be held on October 22nd, 2025 at 11 a.m. Time out is 12:52. Can I get a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Take care.